Hello everyone, welcome to Scorcher Toys at Anymoon.com's review of Bandai's High Metal R Destroid Defender toys. These toys were released in August 2017 for 6,800 yen. Inside the tiny but tastefully decorated box, you will find the toy itself, 2 sets of small ammunition tins for the shoulders, 2 sets of larger ammunition tins for the shoulders, a display stand adapter, and instructions behind the plastic tray. When you first pull the toy out of the tray, it does not have any magazines attached. This is what the detail looks like without those magazines there. And so what you're going to do is install them. You get either the short version or the long version. And the V that is painted on there is going to go to the outside of the toy. So here we go. And you just kind of plug downward. It looks like it's supposed to go, looks like you're supposed to press them in. That's not the case. You just push them straight down, and there you go. It looks attractive enough. This is what it looks like with the small tins in place. We can go ahead and pop those back off and look at it again with the larger tins on. And the other side. Obviously that radar array on the top pivots, and there you go. So now there is the larger magazines on top as well. You also got that display stand adapter that goes in between the legs and latches onto this front part here, like so. And then you can just grab a separate Tamashii display stand, because you do not get one with this toy, and just plug it right in on the hole. And that's how it's going to work. Obviously, you do some dynamic posing, make it look like it's having some fun, but functionally, that's what it does for you. All right, let's talk about detail, articulation, and gimmicks. First, we'll take off this magazine here and take a look at this little trap door above the eyepiece. We can go ahead and open that up. And inside you will notice there is a seat for a pilot figure. There is no pilot figure that came with the toy, but you could steal one from one of your VF1 toys. I've got Max here. I can plug him in. Now he's a little bit of a loose fit, but it is possible. I've got him sideways, so this isn't going to work very well. There we go. It is possible to get him in and completely close the door. So that is cool. It'd be more cool if there was a pilot figure, obviously. Here we go. There's Max piloting his Defender. Way to go, Max. All right, let's pull him back out. Now we'll put on the magazine again. And the next gimmick we will look at is the eye sensor. It's just on a track and slides. It's very simple, very effective. Nice paint on that eye. Nice clear light pieces on the knees and the chest. So good to see there. Moving to the side, you have the ability to spin those arms all the way around. If we pivot the arm, we can extend it. And then here's an unextended arm on this side, extended arm on that side. You get further range of movement by doing that, and very minimal change in the front appearance of that arm. So good there. It also, if we go like this, you can see there's metal inside that joint, which is great. We'll put that back in. You can twist and rock at the waist. And if I manhandle my toy a little bit here, not the easiest, there's a metal joint that I was twisting there. It's all metal inside with the pivot. The fact that the legs separate is a good omen for phalanx and tomahawk production, so hopefully those are going to happen sooner than later. Plug that back on the toy. Next, we have these radiators on the hips. They move upward, allowing you to get the legs a little further out, which is cool. You also have the ability to bring the legs further down. And this is also metal joints. You can see it kind of rocks both ways. So there's metal joints inside. You can get extreme poses outward now. You can also get way back, out, forward, just gobs and gobs of hip articulation once you bring those things out all the way. And then obviously you saw that twist point there. There is a knee that lets you get all the way back that far. Can't really bring it forward at all. This isn't a Valkyrie. So lots of good articulation in the legs so far. No twist anywhere further down than that hip top part there. The foot can spin. There's an individual toe on there. There's also the ability to rock at the ankle. And then you have separate heel in the back. So pretty good stuff there. You can get more extreme at the hip than you can at the foot. So you'd get like that little, one side of the foot is a little elevated look. But that's the only downside there. Otherwise, incredibly impressive stuff from an articulation standpoint. Turning the toy around, no screw holes to speak of. It's very attractive. Also, even the back has a good amount of tampo printing detail. And the little detail on the legs here, and the crotch, and then the arms. All very high marks. Great presentation, great articulation, and great thought in the gimmicks. What if you want only the very best Destroid Defender toy? Are you going to get the 160 Yamato or the roughly 182-84 scale High Metal R? This is 19 centimeters tall. This is about 13 3/4 centimeters tall. In the bigger size, Yamato was able to do things like give us what look like shells inside the magazines. They were able to put in what looks like shells feeding into the guns in the armpits, and it's pretty cool. The High Metal R is essentially the same toy shrunken from a detail or from an articulation and gimmicks standpoint. So there's no real pluses on the Yamato there, and you get all of this extra painted on goodness, and the areas you're losing, like that detail in the armpit, they're not very noticeable, and Bandai gives you metal there, so that's something that a lot of people are just going to appreciate. So the perks of the Yamato pretty much canceled out by the perks of the High Metal R, in my opinion. The one big difference between these two is the eye sliding mechanism here. So Bandai put it in the front, lets you access it immediately and just move it with your thumb, and you get this nice track detail behind the eye sensor, which is pretty cool. Yamato gave you this clear cover, which is also pretty cool. The downside is you get this big open cavity behind where that eye sensor slides. And if we open this up, this is how you slide that eye sensor. So it's a little less user-friendly. It's still pretty cool, though. But I don't mind Bandai's approach, and I don't think it really conflicts with the line art. So not going to give Yamato too big a plus on that one. And given the price, I am a big fan of the High Metal R. So I would say if I were out there today shopping and my choice is a Yamato Destroid, where I know they're not going to make any more and it's probably getting pretty expensive these days, or Bandai's relatively cheap High Metal R toy, I think it's pretty easy for me to recommend you just go ahead and grab that High Metal R toy. So in a direct comparison to the Yamato 160 toy, the Bandai High Metal R Defender fares very well for itself. When you consider the larger expanded universe, the High Metal R does even better. You've got Regolt, you've got the Glog, you've got the Spartan, you've got the Monster. All are things that you would not find in Yamato's 160 universe, although you will find a nice complement of Valkyrie and transformable fighter planes. You don't get these old school Destroids. So if you are a fan of old school Destroids, and if you are a fan of the Defender, this is an amazing toy to get. It's solid, it handles very well, it's fun to play with, it's got the gimmicks you would want, and it's affordable. So I can easily recommend to you the Bandai High Metal R Defender. I think you should go out and grab one. Check out my full article on anymoon.com, and as always, thanks for watching.